If you're just joining, my name is Mackenzie Phillips. I'm the owner of May 40 Fitness based in Chicago. I am a lawyer by trade, but blend this business with practicing law. I'm actually a NASM certified personal trainer, Russian kettlebell certified instructor, Spartan coach, and of course, animal flow instructor. So welcome to you all. We'll give it just another 30 seconds and then we'll go ahead and get started. If you don't already have, maybe you want a water bottle, get a towel, you can grab that now, just before we go ahead and get started, so you don't need to grab it during the class. But definitely want to welcome all of you. It is a cloudy day here in Chicago. Hoping the weather is much better in your neck of the woods. Please feel free to hop in the chat at any time if you have any questions. I'm also happy to chat with anyone after class. If you'd like to schedule an assessment of any kind, either through Animal Flow or otherwise. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Mackenzie Phillips. I am a health and wellness coach out of Chicago, but I have a virtual and online presence as well. Do everything from strength and conditioning coaching to yoga and of course to Animal Flow. Many of you may have done some yoga before, maybe gymnastics growing up as a child. But if you were to put gymnastics, yoga, parkour, and breakdancing, and if they had a baby, that's what Animal Flow would look like. So, so today it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to learn a flow. Each class will learn a new, unique flow to the class and prep the body so that we can put all of those movements together. One of the main goals of Animal Flow is to really help connect the human body, the human animal. And one of the best ways we really feel that to do that is to be on your hands and feet. You know, coming out of the womb, we start to crawl because that's one of the most stable positions that you can put yourself in. And then you basically kind of combine a number of movement puzzles, or call them movement shapes, if you will, and that's what the flow looks like. There's 3 ways we flow. It's either choreographed, where you'll learn a choreographed flow, which has several pieces. That's what we'll actually do today. A call-out flow, where you don't know what to expect in the flow, and it's more like Simon Says, where the instructor will call out the flow. And then the final piece is just a free flow. So where once you know the foundational movements, moving on your own and just kind of putting on some music and jamming out that way. So again, today we'll be doing the choreographed flow. And whether you're in strength, you're a strength-based athlete right now, or you do a lot of cardio, or you do yoga, Animal Flow is a great way to kind of to address any gaps or deficits in any type of those types of training. So that's what we'll do today. Now, one thing that is new for folks is being on your hands and feet, or really hands and knees for the amount of time that we are. So if you ever need to take a break, just go ahead and take it. You need to run to the restroom, you don't need to tell me. Just come on back and jump in where you see fit. Now, before we get into our warm-up, which will focus mostly on the wrists, and we'll warm up the wrists, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the flow that we're going to learn today. All right, here we go. I'll turn this way, actually. Set crab, right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave, unload. Return to loaded beast. slide to right leg under switch into right arm crab reach. Return to crab. And that's it. Okay, so before we do all of that, we're gonna warm up our wrists because that's usually the first thing that folks have challenges with in terms of sort of being on your hands and feet for the amount of time that we're on our hands and feet. So let's bring our hands together. We're gonna interlace those fingers together and pretend like those wrists are stuck together, like you have bracelets on that are glued together. And we're just gonna pick a direction and start some wrist rolls. Taking your time, just stop shy of any discomfort, any position that might bring discomfort. And let's go ahead and switch directions. One direction is always a little bit easier to achieve, kind of is a mind challenge. But just keep those wrists connected together. Nice. Excellent. Just finish up a couple more. And then now we're going to go into wrist waves. You can bring your arms up to about shoulder height, and then we're going to lift up that left elbow and then pull up your right hand. Good. Actually, you lift up that right elbow first, and then make sure to connect in the middle, bringing the palms together. Good, creating those waves. And then let's go ahead and switch directions. So you're gonna lead with the left elbow, coming back through the middle, and taking it up. Keeping your breath nice and even throughout. Again, stopping shy of any painful position. Good. Now we're going to go into something called lateral wrist. I'm going to come a little bit closer to the camera for this one. You're going to bring your hands together and bring your thumbs. They'll just touch lightly, but your palms are going to face down towards the floor. From here, you're going to press the arms out away from you. They may not straighten, and that's okay. But what I want you to do is not show me your palms, but really try and keep the palms facing down as you stretch the outsides of those hands. Good. And you can kind of reset a couple times and kind of, good. Now we'll go into something called magnetic wrists. So you're actually going to, let's bring our insides of our wrists together. We're going to bring the pinky sides of our hands together. Send the backs of the hands together and down and away from the body, bringing the thumbs together again, insides of the wrists, pinky side, backs of the hands going away from the body again. Good, really take the time to exhale as you go out. Bring those hands together, down and away. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and switch just after one more right here. Nice. Let's go ahead and switch directions to bring the backs of the hands together, fingertips towards the heart, and then open up like you're presenting a gift. Bringing the backs of the hands together again, fingertips towards the heart, backs of the hands together, again, opening with the pinkies together, opening, and then thumbs coming together one more time. Good. Now, one thing that we're going to do is you can always come to a wrist relief position. So if the pressure of being on your hands and knees just ever becomes too much, you can come to this position right here. You're just going to angle those elbows down and keeping the backs of the hands together. So you can always come to that position at any time. Moving on, we'll go ahead and go into some wrist rocks. So we're actually going to bring, come down into a tabletop position, shoulders right over those wrists, and hips right over those knees. Perfect. So from here, you're gonna flip my left shoulders to the camera so you can flip your left hand over and then just start to stretch out the backside of this hand. If you can't then straighten your arm, that's really fine. Mine is not straight. but you're just allowing that the back of the hand to stretch out. Good. Let's go ahead and switch to the right hand. Back of the hand comes to the floor again. Nice. And if your arm is straight, you can play around with driving your hips back over your heels. But if this is good, you'll just stay in this position. Good. Nice. You may want to shake those hands out. Now we're going to go ahead and put the palms down with the fingertips facing our bodies. So hands are going to be about shoulder distance apart. Here, what we'll play around with, you can draw your knees in a little bit closer, is bringing the hips back over those knees. So you're opening up the fronts of those wrists, the insides of the wrists, presenting the insides of those elbows, facing forward. Good. If you ever need to reset, you'll just come back just like that. Staying in this position, we'll go ahead and going through each digit. So you're going to press down the pinkies down at the same time. Hold that. Then go to your ring fingers. Good. And then go to your middle fingers. And then your pointer, your index fingers. Good. And then your thumb. And then after you've done that, just take another stretch, opening up the insides of these arms. Nice. And if you want, you can come to that wrist relief position again. That helps to break up that pressure that you're starting to wake up that soft tissue in your wrists and your hands. Nice. So coming to back to that tabletop position, you're just going to go ahead and make sure your arms are straight. Keep them straight as you lower your chest down in between each arm and then pressing up, drawing those shoulders blades away from each other. Again, going down and exhale, coming up, coming down, and coming up. Good. And then from here, let's do a couple of pelvic tilts. You're just going to tuck that pelvis under and then press it up, arching that back. Good. Tuck that pelvis under and then arch that back again. Draw that pelvis up and under and then press. So just like the bottom half of a cat and cow, if you know that from yoga. Nice. All right, so we've done our wrist mobilizations. We know kind of what the flow is going to look like. So what we're going to start with is we're going to activate, mobilize, and move with some of our foundational movements. The first is what we call a beast. It may look like what you might be familiar with, and I have my left shoulder to the camera just in case you want to match me. It might look like what's a bear crawl position, but we call it beast and animal flow. The difference with beast and animal flow is you're going to draw your knees in under your belly button versus them being right under the hips. So draw those knees in. I'll come to the side just a little bit. So it's a little bit more of a compact position. And then you tuck your toes under, press those palms down into the floor, and you're just looking right down into the space between those hands. From here, you're going to engage your core, squeeze your glutes, and then press up, bringing the knees 1 inch off the floor. We hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, give me a quick wrist relief position. We're going to go right back up, and we're going to activate further by lifting up each limb one at a time. So back to our position, pressing those knees 1 inch up off the floor. And we're just going to point the left foot just enough for it to be off the floor for one sheet of paper to fit under that leg. You're holding 3, 2, and place that left foot back on the floor. Now we'll go to the right foot, point that right foot, hold it, 3, 2, 1, come on down, quick break, come to wrist relief position, Exhale, maybe grab a quick sip of water. Now we're gonna go to the hands. So back to that compact position we started with. Knees are gonna come 1 inch up off the floor, and you're gonna start by pressing more into that right hand, bending that left elbow so that you can lift that hand up. 3, 2, and 1. Press that hand back down to the floor. Left hand is going to ground more into the floor, and then you're going to lift up that right hand. 3, 2, and 1. Come quickly back down. We're going to go right back up for contralateral. So that means we're going to lift up the left hand and the right foot, and then vice versa. So left hand, right foot, we'll start with first. Exhaling. Inhale, knees come up off the floor. Left hand, right foot, make sure you're grounded into that right shoulder, lifting up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place those hands and feet back on the floor. Let's ground into the left hand now, pressing up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Woo! Starts to get the heart rate up a little bit, definitely starts to warm you up. Now we're going to go into the move portion of this warm-up, and this is what's called a wave and load. This is what we're actually going to incorporate into our flow for today. So you're going to come into that beast position. If you can join me in that beast position, excellent. Good, from here, we're going to load our beast, which means we're going to shift our weight back, sending the hips up over the heels, and then walking those hands out in front of us as far as we can reach them. From here, you're going to exhale and first come to this peak position. Come back down, inhale, and then exhale, come to that peak position. Let's come back down again. Inhale, good, exhale, back up into that peak position, come right back down. This time you can watch as I put it all together. You're gonna exhale, coming up to that peak position. Then you're gonna tuck your chin in as you press through your toes, lowering your hips down to the ground. Now you're gonna feel some pressure against those wrists. That's why we did all those wrist mobilizations at the beginning. And then return to our loaded beast position. Sending those hips back up to the peak position, and then taking the knees back 1 inch off the floor. Let's try it together. Let's do a few of them here. All right, so we set beast first. This is our beast position that we just practiced, set beast. And then I'll say set loaded beast. You're gonna press those hips back over those heels, reaching the hands out in front of you. Perfect. As you go up, you're gonna just rise those hips up. Do not start to move forward. Just raise those hips up. You're up on your tippy toes. Good. From here, tuck that chin and then start to lower those hips as you send your body forward and through your hands. Good. Return to loaded beast. Come back to that peak position, and then return back down to the floor. Give you a quick rest, grab some water. A couple of things, the most frequent kind of mistakes when you're just learning this is, I guess one of the critical ones is hand placement. So what you might be doing, you might have kind of put your hands maybe not as far away, and you found that you needed to move them kind of as you were getting into the position. Or maybe you felt too much pressure as you started to lower the hips and you were at the end of this position here. That's totally fine. And as you start to work on these more, it will start to feel a lot better and you'll be able to keep the hands right in the same position. Let's try 2 more together. Set beast, set loaded beast. Send those hips over the heels, reach those hands out, find that sweet spot. All right. Wave, unload. Exhale up. And then tuck that chin, create that wave. Lower the hips, head comes back. Return to loaded beast. Send the hips back up, stop right here in your peak position, and then lower 1 inch off the floor. Again, wave, unload. Inhale, just the hips up. Then exhale, tuck that chin, send your hips down as you send your shoulders forward and over those wrists. Return to loaded beast. Take that chin under, and then press the hips all the way up into that peak position, and then lower your knees to 1 inch off the floor, and then rest. Woo, that was nice, right? Okay, so that the wave unload opens up the front of the anterior side of our bodies. We're always in this crouch position, whether you're working from home or hopping into the office here and there, or just sitting on the couch watching Netflix. We're always in this crouch position. So a movement like wave unload is great for just keeping the body open. Excellent. So from there, we'll go into a traveling motion here. So we're going to be back into that beast position, but this time we're going to press our knees 1 inch off the floor, and we're going to travel forward. So you might have seen this is called a bear crawl, but again, because your knees are a little bit more under your navel, it's going to feel a little bit more compact, and it's a little bit more precise, where you're lifting and lowering the hand and foot so that they land and lift lightly at the same time. So let's try, depending on your space, 6 to 10 steps going forward, and then 6 to 10 steps going backward. So I'm gonna start going backwards here. Really trying to keep your knees still, 1 inch off the floor, stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping and stepping. Good. And stepping. Nice. Again, that gets the heart rate up with that movement. All right. So that was the first activate, mobilize, and move that we're going to do today. Come to that wrist relief position, and if you need to grab some water, go ahead and do that, because we're going to go into our next activations. So again, we're priming the body. Next activations will be that crab position. My left shoulder is still towards the camera, if you're trying to match my stance, my positioning. Feet are going to be about hip distance in front of you. Hands are shoulder width behind you. And then you're going to kind of measure where your butt lands by, your butt should be equidistant between the heels of your feet and the heels of your hands. So just try and figure that out first and figure out that position. Once you've got that, your eyes are going to go forward like you're looking at the rising sun on a horizon. Good. From here, you're going to engage your core, press the hips 1 inch off the floor, eyes are on that rising sun, bring those shoulders back. This is your set crab position. So holding right here, we're going to play around just like we did with beast, lifting up that left foot first. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that back on the floor. Let's try the right foot. Take it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's quickly come to a wrist relief position. Good. And I'll switch to this side so you guys can see my hands. We'll start, again, come up into that crab position. And then remember, your butt's not up here. It's just 1 inch off the floor. And then we're going to lift that right hand off the floor. So in order to do that, you kind of have to lean initially into that left hand more and press more into the ground so you can press yourself up, engaging your core. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then try the other side. Your body will be searching for stability. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stay right here, and then we'll go into our contralateral. So that's going to be the left foot and the right hand to start. So you're going to lift those up at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Return those to the floor. Good. Right foot and left hand this time. 1, 2, 3. I'm bouncing 4 and 5. Return that back to the floor and come to wrist relief position. Whew. Okay. So any questions so far, you can pop them into the chat. If you're good to go, we'll go ahead and continue. From here, those are our crab activations. After we've done our crab activations, we're actually going to go into crab reach, a move that's also in our flow for today. So we come up to that set crab position. So come to that crab position. Again, eyes are looking forward, and we'll start with the left hand. So my left shoulder's to the camera. I'm going to lift up that left hand into the beginning of our crab reach, which is our guarded position, okay? From here, I'm going to press up into my 3-point position, exhale, here. And this is where I stop, and then you're going to come right back down. So let's go ahead and try a few of those, just coming to that 3-point position with the left hand. All right, so I'll say set crab, and then left arm, crab reach. Come to that guarded position, engage your core, go up to that 3-point position, and then come on down. Good, we'll try the other side. Right arm, crab reach. Right arm is about 6 inches in front of the face. You're gonna just keep looking at the hand as you rise those hips up and then come on back down. Good, one more on each side. Left arm, crab reach. Coming up to that 3-point position and come right back down. Good, and then right arm crab reach, core is strong. Send those hips up as your hand is still 6 inches in front of your face. Come on down. Okay, you can come to a wrist relief position while I'll take you through the full movement. Coming back up, I'll start with my right hand. Right arm crab reach. We first go to that 3-point position, and then we'll start to let that arm frame the head. The bicep's going to be right by the ear, and your eyes, your gaze is going down to that planted hand. Then I'll say return to crab. Arm comes down first, and then you come back down to the floor. Let's try it on the left side. So eyes are forward, eyes are on the horizon in front of you. Left arm crab reach. So first we come to that guarded position, press up into a 3-point position, and then start to allow that left arm to come around, frame the face, look down at that right hand, return to crab, bring that hand down, and then come all the way back down. Let's go to the other side. So right hand, right arm, crab reach. Come to our guarded position first. Exhale. Actually, I have to adjust my positioning. Exhale, come all the way up. Good. And then frame that face. Again, the biceps right by the ear. Your eyes are looking down at your hand. Return to crab. Start bringing that hand down first. It stays here. And then we bring our hands down to the floor. Woo! All right. That was a great, great warm up. Bringing those hands to wrist relief position. All right. Now, the next thing that we're going to learn is what's called an under switch, and that's the last thing we're going to learn, and then we're going to put it all together. The under switch is a way for us to transition from facing up to our bodies facing up, like we're in crab, to facing down, like we're in beast. So actually starting from crab, we'll start, I'll go ahead and demonstrate it. The first thing that we do, if I say left leg crab, left leg under switch, you're going to lift up the left foot and the right hand at the same time. So that's why we did all those contralateral holds. Then you're going to drop that left knee as you bring up the right hand. Come right back to your starting position. If your left shoulder again is to the camera so that we can match in terms of the calls. Left leg under switch, drop that left knee, come up to this position. Let's try it on the other side. I'm going to change my shoulder to the camera. All right, again, we first start by lifting up that right leg, that right foot, and the left hand. Lift up first. Right leg under switch. Drop that right knee as the left hand comes up and come right back to your starting position. Let's do that again. Right leg under switch. Come right here and come right back. All right, so that's the first part of the under switch. Taking it all the way through, I'll say right leg under switch. You're gonna lift up that right foot, left hand. You're gonna drop that knee like we did, and then you're gonna go through that movement window to take you to beast. So as I said before, under switch is a way to take you from crab to beast or from beast to crab. So let's try that again, from crab going to beast with the right leg. So I've got my right shoulder facing the camera, you can match my movement. Good. From here, lift up that right foot, left hand, right leg, under switch, take it under, and you end up right in your beast position. Good, let's try it on the left side. So my left shoulder is coming to the camera, come right back up into crab, do a quick wrist relief. Take a little breath there. Let's try it from the other side. All right, so from here, it's gonna be left leg under switch, left foot, right hand come up first, drop that left knee, and right arm comes up, press on the gas, press on that, lift that heel to take you all the way around. Let's try it again on this side. Good, left side, coming all the way up here. Turn on an angle here, left shoulder is still facing the camera. So left leg under switch, left foot, right hand come up, left knee, arm, and right arm come up, or left knee drops, right arm comes up, and then you're gonna lift up this heel, press on that heel, and press, bring yourself all the way around. Going at full speed, let's say left leg under switch, one motion. Right leg under switch. You always start, bring up that contralateral hold first, and then going all the way through. Let's try a couple on each side. So again, starting from the left. Good. Left leg under switch. Good. And then we'll try right leg under switch. Right leg under switch, lift the right foot and the left hand first. Press on the gas, lifting up that left heel. And flip it on over. Good. It's the same thing going from beast. From beast, we're just reversing the motion. So if we go right leg, we're gonna lift up the left hand and the right foot first, and then drop that right knee, and then start coming all the way around. Let's do that again from beast. Staying in this position, pressing yourself up into set beast. So we go right leg under switch. You're going to first lift up the left hand and the right foot, and then drop that right knee, drop the left heel, and then come all the way around. Good, let's try it from the other side. So come quickly to wrist relief, give yourself a moment, and then we'll do a couple from this side. We're actually we're not going from beast to, we're going from beast and into crab. We're actually doing both. So let's do it a couple times on this side as well. So my right shoulder's to the camera. We're gonna go left leg under switch from beast. So again, left leg, that means the left foot and the right hand are gonna lift up first. Left knee drops while the right hand comes up. The right heel drops. And then you slowly come all the way around. Good. Let's try it one more time from that side. Come up into crab. Good. Lift that right foot and the left hand. Good. Make it all the way around. And you should end up basically in a perfect beast. If you've set up and made your beast nice and compact and set up your crab properly as well. All right, so those are the foundational movements that we're going to be using, many of which we're going to be using for the flow. So we're going to build and drill the flow. So our flow starts in crab. So let's go ahead and we're going to do the first 3 movements. So starting in crab, let's go ahead. I'm going to bring my right shoulder to the camera. All right. So the first call out is set crab. From here, I'm going to call out right leg under switch. We just worked on that. So you lift up the right foot and the left hand and then make it all the way around, but you're going to go into loaded beast instead of regular beast. So let's go ahead and do that again. Come back, start in your crab position, set crab. Good, eyes are on the horizon, shoulders are back. Right leg under switch, lift up that right foot, left hand, drop the right knee as the left hand comes around, and press yourself back into loaded beast. From here, you can go ahead and rest. From here, you're going to send those hips up into that wave unload, and then take your wave unload, bringing the head back, return to loaded beast, and then bringing those knees 1 inch up off the floor. Good, let's try all the way through one wave unload on this side. Come on to wrist relief position. Good. And we'll put those 3 movements together. So set crab, right leg under switch to loaded beast. Wave, unload. And exhale as you come on down. Return to loaded beast. Bring that chin in first, then start to press those hips up into the sky, come back to your peak position, and then come right down to your loaded beast with knees 1 inch off the floor. Rest right there. From there, we're going to go into I'm going to say slide to right leg under switch. So sliding to just means kind of sliding the feet forward, a little bit forward, so that you can come to your under switch and flip yourself back to your crab position. So go ahead and demonstrate that again. So coming from loaded beast, slide to right leg under switch. Good. One more time, let's do it together. We're in our loaded beast. So we're just gonna slide those feet forward. If you need to just kind of like walk them forward, that's okay too, but just kind of like jump them forward. Slide to right leg under switch. So it's the same right leg under switch you're gonna come to, and you're right there. Good, let's put that all together from the top. So we start in crab. All right, take a little bit of a breath. Come to wrist relief position. Good. All right, so we're gonna press up into our crab position. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Lift up that right foot with the left hand, drop the right knee, bring the left hand around and go right into loaded beast. Wave, unload. Hips come up. Chin comes in and you start your wave all the way through the spine, lowering the hips to the ground, just above the ground. Return to loaded beast, waiting for the call to return, tucking the chin first, and then pressing up the hips, up to the sky, and lowering down. From here, right slide to right leg under switch. So sliding and then opening up to that under switch position. Good. Rest from there. Rest from there. From there, and we're basically at the end, and then we're going to work it from the other side. So after you've done that slide to under switch, right leg under switch, it's going to be right arm crab reach. So we come to our guarded position, send those hips up. Our hand is right in front of us, about 6 inches. Frame the face with the bicep coming right by the ear. Your eyes are looking down towards the hand. Return to crab, bringing the hand down first, and then placing the hand back on the floor, and rest right there. Nice. All right, so let's go from our loaded beast. Like we've already just finished our wave unload. So set loaded beast. Remember, loaded beast is when you press the hips up over the heels. It's kind of like a child's pose on your toes. Okay, hands out in front of you. Then from here, it's going to be slide to right leg under switch into right arm crab reach. Take the hand up, right in front here, squeezing those glutes. Hand comes down, framing the face, return to crab. Hand comes down first before you lower the hips down, and then bring that hand right back down to the floor and rest. Woo! All right, let's try it from the other side. And let me know if you have any questions in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and try it from the other side. So from here, I'm bringing my left shoulder to the camera. So if you're trying to mirror my positions, that's the best way to do that. Come to wrist relief, maybe you grab a little bit of water, and then we'll drill it from the other side, and then we'll do a couple times together. All right, here we go. So, coming up into crab, we start from this position, and we're gonna go left leg under switch into loaded beast. So lifting up that left foot and the right hand first, dropping the left knee, bring the right arm around, and pushing those hips back over the heels into your loaded beast. Wave, unload, sending the hips up into the sky first, tucking the chin second, lowering the hips third, driving those shoulders fourth, and then letting the head come back, number 5. Return to loaded beast. Tuck that chin, number 1. Start sending those hips up, number 2. Start pressing more into the floor to push yourself back into your peak position and lower to the floor. From here, slide to left leg under switch into left arm crab reach. So left arm comes in front again. Send those hips up first. Bring arm all the way around. Return to crab. Arm comes down first. And then you bring your hand right back down to the floor. All right, so we'll break it down just like we did on the other side. We'll go through wave unload, and then we'll add from there. Come to a quick wrist relief position. Good. All right, so coming back to crab. From crab, we start left leg under switch to loaded beast. Bring that left foot, right hand up first. Press on the gas, bringing up that right heel. Flipping your body over to come into your loaded beast position. Wave, unload. Inhale, sending those hips up to the sky. Tucking that chin, exhaling, bringing the hips down as you send those shoulders just ahead of your wrists. Return to loaded beast. Bringing the chin in first, then starting to press those hips back up, and then bringing the knees 1 inch off the floor. Rest right there. So from here, this is where we slide to left leg, left leg under switch into left arm crab reach. Return to crab. And down. Good. All right, so again, from that loaded beast, after we've done our wave unload, start right there. So from here, slide to left leg under switch into left arm crab reach. Bringing that left arm right in front, sending it up, and framing the face, bringing the bicep right near your ear, looking down towards your right hand. Return to crab, bringing that left arm down first, and then descending those hips down at the same time. Woo! All right, let's go ahead and bring wrist relief, grab some water, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is do two to each side, putting them all together. All right, 2 to each side, putting them all together. So grab that water, towel off. I know you may have already gotten hot and your wrists may be ready to take a break. So just come to that wrist relief position. We will have enough time to do our wrist mobilizations at the end, so we make sure that all the work you did is not for naught, and that you don't have sore wrists later. All right, so we're going to start with the right shoulder again, facing the camera in our crab position. Here we go. 2 times on this side. Here we go. Press it on up. Set crab. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Lift up that right foot, left hand, drop the right knee, bring the left arm around, press on the gas with that left heel, and flip yourself all the way over. Wave, unload. Press those hips up to the sky first, then tuck that chin, and send your hips down to the ground with control. Arms are straight, and taking that head back. Return to loaded beast. Tuck that chin first. Send your hips up to the sky and lower those knees to the floor. Right leg, slide to right leg under switch. There we go. Into right arm crab reach. Right arm comes into guarded position. Press up and toward the 3 points first, and then allow that right arm to come around the head. Eyes are gazing down at that left hand. Return to crab. Right arm comes down and comes right back down to where we started. Good. Let's try it again on this side. Here we go. Set crab. Right leg under switch to loaded beast. Bring that right foot up and left hand at the same time. Bring it all the way around in one motion. Wave, unload. Send those hips up to the sky and start to send them forward as you bring your hips down. Return to loaded beast. Tuck that chin. Send those hips up to the sky again and lower 1 inch off the floor. Slide to right leg under switch into right arm crab reach. Bring the right hand 6 inches in front of the face. Send those hips up into the sky and then lower the hand, framing the face, looking down at that left hand. Return to crab. Bring the hand down first and then lower your hips back down to the floor. and rest. Woo! All right, wrist relief position. Then we'll do 2 on the other side, and then we'll do wrist mobilizations. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat. All righty. All right, let's try this from the other side. 2 times. 2 times. All right. I don't know if anyone's tracking their workout, but I'd be interested to know how many calories you're burning. It's always a mystery for everybody, but you always get a great workout, even when it's just body weight. All right, here we go. My left shoulder's to the camera. Eyes are forward on the rising sun. My butt's just 1 inch off the floor. All right, set crab. Left leg under switch into loaded beast. Lift that left foot and the right hand. Drop that left knee as you press on the gas with that right heel and flip on over, coming to your loaded beast position. Wave, unload, sending your hips up to the sky. Good, tuck that chin and then start to press that body forward. Lowering the hips, bringing the head back. Return to loaded beast, tuck that chin. Press your hips back up to the sky, to your peak position on your tippy toes, and lower those knees 1 inch off the floor. Good. Let's slide to left leg under switch. Into left arm crab reach. 6 inches in front of the face. Come up into your 3-point position, squeezing those glutes. Head comes down, facing that hand, looking at the hand. Bicep is right by the ear. Return to crab. Hand comes down first. Come back to your crab position and set right there. All right, let's try it one more time on this side. Set crab. Left leg under switch to loaded beast. Left foot and right hand come up, and then go right into your loaded beast position. From here, wave, unload. And then exhale, press those hips down, shoulders come just past the wrists. Good. Return to loaded beast. It's very hard to say that in that position. Go back up to your peak position and lower your knees down. Good. Slide to left leg under switch. Good. Into left arm crab reach. Left hand comes 6 inches in front of the face. Press up into that 3-point position. Let that left arm come around, framing the face. Biceps right by the ear. Head is looking down at the right hand. Return to crab. Bring that hand down first and return to crab. And rest. Woo! Nice work, everybody. Nice work. Well, let's shake those wrists out, come back, bring those fingers interlace together, and let's go right back into those wrist rolls we started with. Now, I know you're definitely going to feel the benefit of these now. If you're like, wait, why are we doing this? To open up those tissues. Now they're really, really opened up probably. We'll still keep going in this direction, and then we'll switch directions in just a few seconds. But yes, as I mentioned, Animal Flow is a great way to address any of those gaps or deficits in your existing training plan. Or if it doesn't exist at all, it's a great way just to do Animal Flow because body weight work is it's foundational, and it will both build strength, mobility, flexibility, and balance in your body. Let's go ahead and switch directions. Really take those wrists all the way around. Nice. Finding all those nooks and crannies. Beautiful. We'll go into those wrist waves again. This time we'll initiate with that left elbow first. Good. Connect those waves together. Really try and don't forget to connect in the middle, bringing those palms together. Beautiful. Nice. And then let's go ahead and switch directions, initiating with that right elbow, taking it all the way up and then pressing down, keeping those fingers connected and interlaced, interwoven together. Nice. All right, we'll go right to magnetic wrists. So actually bringing the insides of the wrists together. We're gonna bring the pinkies and the backs of the hands, pressing down and away, and then bringing the thumbs together, and then the pinkies, backs of the hands together, fingers down and away. Yeah. Go at your own pace, do what feels good. Nice, let's go ahead and reverse direction. So bring the backs of the hands together, open it up, pinky sides come together, thumb sides come together, backs of the hands, and open, presenting that gift. I hope you guys enjoyed the flow today. We'll be doing a different flow every week. Our next day, I believe, is the 19th? No, the 17th. Next Tuesday, the 15th. I totally forgot. 15th, same time, same place. I see a question. Oh, good, yeah. Great exercise. I agree. Let's come to that lateral wrist position. So again, interlace those fingers, bringing the palms, the thumbs together, and then just press. They don't need to be straight. See, mine are not straight at all, so don't be intimidated by that. Just don't give me the palms. Just really try, you're just opening up the outsides of these wrists. This is great also if you're on your computer, like most of us, computers, phones, great to open up those hands. So these are great warm-up exercises, or just exercises you can do throughout the day just to keep your wrists and fingers and everything, kind of prevent the carpal tunnel syndrome and those sorts of things. All right, release that. You want to come up to standing. Good, I'm gonna come on back here. And then we'll just take a deep breath, bring those arms up over the head. Inhaling and then exhale, fold forward. Come all the way down. Inhale again. Bring those arms up. And then bring those elbows back. Good, keeping your eyes up toward the ceiling. Inhale, arms up over the head. And then exhale, bring your hands right by your side. Excellent. Nice work, everyone. Thank you for coming. Again, we'll be back on Tuesday, same time, same place in the virtual black hole that we're all in. So thank you for coming again. My information is in the chat. If you have any questions regarding training, if you want an assessment, I have a complimentary assessment, which is available to everyone. And I also teach another animal flow class at 11 o'clock Central time on Saturdays. So hop into the chat, again, or shoot me a note if you're interested in coming to that, and I'll get you set up for that. But if not, it was great seeing, not seeing all of you guys, but thank you for practicing with me, and we will see you really soon. If we have the same set of people next week, we'll start to build on kind of what we've already worked on. So that will be the plan. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Thursday. Get something good to eat, nourish your bodies, and stay amazing. Thank you.